All right, let me know if the mic's working now. Um, uh, I don't know what's going on with my mic. These streams are not good. It's good now. Okay, good. Um, I have no idea. I just shut everything down and started back up again. Sorry, guys. Good to see everybody still here. uh, I have no idea what was going on. Good to see Miss Persevere here. Necessarily Evil, Big Fish, Small Pond. I've said this already, but nobody could hear me. So Jocelyn's here. Jocelyn is awesome. Honeybee's here. Hey, Gail, how are you? Good to see you. Paula Fitzhenry's here. Honeybee is awesome. She's here. Dandy Linus is here. Good to see Dandy Linus. Always support with Steph is here. Uh, I had some new speakers that I tried to sub the other day. Maybe that's what happened. Anyways, let me stop this camera here. So I'll play an intro and I'll be right back. And then we'll get going. Good to see everybody, though. I know Necessary Evil's here. I haven't made streams in a hot minute and the wheels fell off. Yeah, absolutely. So who's got the whooping cough? Is that Dandy? Do you have whooping cough? Yeah. Welcome to Dave's Dumpster Fire. Freaking classic. That's awesome. Oh, what are you going to do? Life is wonderful. All right, let's do this here. I'll be right back. So let's check out this case here. Good to see everybody. Like I said, let's do this first here. I want to do this case here because this has been going on for a couple of days, and I wanted to play this here. I'm not going to play the parents in, one. It's just really, it's just depressing. So I'll play this one here. Let me hold on a second. So this is going on. I believe this is in Henderson, in Las Vegas. Is this Las Vegas here? I knew where this was a day ago. Las Vegas, that's right. So this was the presser. Yes, I believe this was yesterday, January 3rd. Henderson police share an update on the ongoing search for the 17-year-old girl first reported missing December 30th. So let's play this here. This was the update yesterday. So I don't know what's going on today. I'll try to find that.
Hi, my name is Mark Spear with Red Rock Search and Rescue. I'm the commander. Just want to give you an update since this morning's presser. We've had a number of phone calls come in, which Lieutenant will talk about in a minute. And we just are very overwhelmed with that. We look forward to more and more tips. The more we search out here in the desert, the higher probability that she's not out here and she's actually in the city somewhere. So we're really excited about that possibility.
Gail Hurt is here. Hello, Gail. Good to see you. Hope you're feeling better this week. I know you were down, not feeling all that great. You still can't hear, Dandy? Sorry about that. Sorry, can't hear. Thank you, Miss Persevere. Appreciate it. All right. I don't know if anybody's heard about this case, but apparently she had an argument with her parents, and she just been missing since the 30th. So I just wanted to share this here.
My name is Jim Dunlap. I'm a lieutenant with the Henderson Police Department, here in partnership with Red Rock Search and Rescue, and to comment on the tips that have been coming in. Our detective unit has been following up on each and every lead or tip that comes in. So if the public sees something or has any information, please keep that information coming in so our detectives can follow up on those leads.
What were those tips? What did they say?
They were sightings, possible sightings. So again, they're following up by contacting the person who made the call. And we also have civilians that are canvassing our local parks and communities and distributing flyers as well.
What is your next step after? How long do you imagine it will take to clear this desert area? And then what is your step after that?
To clear the entire desert area, I don't think I have enough time left in my life. But this general area where we believe she went into would be probably 10 or 15 days worth of searching. We will continue searching tomorrow, Saturday, and if that's not successful, we'll continue searching on Sunday. Then we'll take a couple of days off and reassess the areas we're going to search. We'll keep searching south and west and south and east until we feel like we've covered a substantial area that she could not have walked past.
When you say south and west and south and east, do you mean in this area still, or are you going to expand your search into the
No, we're going to keep going south from this direct area in both directions, east and west.
Did any of those tips say if she was with somebody else, maybe? Or
I can't comment on what was derived from those tips at this point. I know the detectives are still gathering information, and I haven't been updated on any of that information.
Is there any TV surveillance video that shows her leaving this area at all?
So we had officers and detectives canvassing the neighborhoods looking for any sort of video surveillance. And again, that information, those resources are being looked at right now.
What does staffing look like on the weekend for the continued search?
For us,
You're having an MRI done on your ribs next week? Oh, that's awful. That's terrible. Ugh. That's terrible, 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 terrible. I hope everything goes right with that. That's terrible.
I guess for everyone involved.
I think we'll have 30 or 40 people here tomorrow, and that will include people that fly drones and our field searchers, the ground pounders, our 4x.
This press conference here is a lot better than the other one. But I think I'll play this one here next. But this was done. This other one was done before this last one here. But to play this here.
14, and same problem.
This press conference here, I think they're kind of thinking that she just took off, but I don't know what's been. I don't think they found her. It's been a few days, so
Probably for Sunday if we come back out on Sunday. And the other agencies that were here this morning, we don't know yet if all of them are coming. I know Henderson will be out here, and we'll go from there.
Yes, Henderson Police Department will continue to have a presence here as long as the.
good to see everybody in the chat. Sorry, I had so many issues in the beginning, but better to have them in the beginning than all the way through. Yeah, big hugs to Gail. It's good to see Dandy in here. Southern Gal's awesome. 4 months of incredible pain. How is that going on? We're going to go down there and drive you to the hospital. I think I broke my fingertip last week, but I got a Band-Aid on it, so that's about it. Yeah, we hope you get better soon for sure. Don't forget, those who have great channels, Paula Fitzhenry, Miss Persevere's here, so she's got a great channel. Feel free to throw them in the chat. Southern Gal's awesome. And I know that I hope Miranda's well. Miranda was here a little while ago. I hope she's still here. Hope she's doing well. All right, let's get back to this here. Oop.
Search and rescue team is out here.
suspicion of potential foul play? Has that changed at all from what you said earlier?
At this point, it is a missing endangered person investigation.
Thank you, gentlemen. Any other questions?
A message to the community.
My message to the community is we're hopeful that you'll see her, report it.
All right, so let's find out where this is. From the turnout, I had some duct tape on it the other night. Right, so this is Henderson here, not to be confused with Hendersonville. This is, I think, just outside of Las Vegas here. So she could be anywhere in this area here. The pictures here. This is basically Hendersonville here, but let's see if we have some pictures here. This is desert, really. It's just so she could technically be anywhere if she's, hopefully she's not unalive, but this is, who knows? All right, so let's go back to, I just want to give people an idea of where we were here. Let's go back to this here. Honeybee's leaving already? That sucks. Hope you have a good night, Honeybee. It's always good to see you in here. Honeybee's amazing.
You'll see something.
Have a good week. I know they found that that girl that was missing, Nicole Weiss. I think they found her alive, so that's good news. Let's go back to this here.
Say something applies here. If you're watching, Janalia, your parents love you. They miss you. They forgive anything that you think that you might have done wrong, and they want you home. And I concur with that. Please come home.
Could you expand maybe on like the argument that like she had with her parents? Like what?
It's Heather Brown. Heather Brown's here. Good to see Heather in the chat. Heather Brown's awesome. No sound again? Got to be sound. I'm seeing. I know my thing's blinking here, so there has to be kind of sound. I know a lot of places in the country are getting hit by a storm here. I was going to do some of that tonight too. Hold on, but we'll finish this here. We'll play the other one too. It's good to see Heather in here for sure. Heather's awesome.
What was it about?
Just a typical teenage family argument. If you remember when you were a teenager, maybe you didn't have an argument with your parents, but many do. And
so this guy here runs a volunteer search and rescue service here. They don't get paid for anything. They just do it on their own time, which is a good thing. But they have all this whole a bunch of people, volunteers that come out and look for people, especially out here in the desert, because like I said, she could be anywhere. So they're pretty professional at this, but they don't get paid anything. So
that's the situation right now.
Is there an amount of time that would pass where maybe you start thinking that she might not be alive?
I personally, and Red Rock Search and Rescue has not given up. We will not.
Didn't I do Emma Baum a few weeks ago? I'll have to check on that. I think I did October 10th, 2024 in Gary, Indiana. I thought I did a thing on Emma Baum. I'll have to check that. Yeah, that does suck though. If not, then I'll have to do another one. Women Doing Chaos is here. Good to see you. I'm pretty sure Women Doing Chaos is the same person as Women Wallahala. But good to see you. Always in the chat. Women Doing Chaos is awesome. She's very smart. She was like, do anytime. Yes, I think I did something on wind chill going to be 10 degrees next Monday. Yep. It's going to be really cold, and it's going to be really cold as far south as Texas and Florida too. But there's going to be a blizzard here. People in the Midwest. So as long as we don't get snow here, I don't care.
Not give up. We will keep searching. All good?
Can you maybe explain the financial cost of the search?
Financial costs for us, we're all volunteers, so we're a 501c3. None of us are paid, so there's no cost to us except for gas, and we're happy to pay that.
Okay.
Good. Thank you all.
All right.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Appreciate you guys coming along. Thank you. Thank you.
I thought I did a thing on Emma Baum a couple weeks ago. Good to see you, Dave. Same woman. I'll have to look into that. I'm pretty sure I did a story on Emma Baum a couple weeks ago. I can do another one though, because the baby should be here for sure. So this one's going to be a little sad here. This is the same case. Hold on a second. I'm going to play this one from the beginning. But hold on a second. This was done the day before. So let me share this here. And all right, so here's this here.
SPEER. We're out here today searching for Jenna Leah Hen, 17 years old, who went missing on December the 30th, about 7 o'clock. She was distraught when she left, and now it's been 4 days. So every day.
Are you talking about this case, Paula, or the Emma Baum case? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did it. I'll have to look into that. I'm pretty sure I did. I think it was a couple of weeks ago I did that on her. In this case, foul play, I don't think is suspected. Apparently, she got into an argument with her parents, and they think she just took off somewhere. But she didn't take her phone, and she didn't take her thing with her. So that's had me a little bit nervous about this here. And anytime you don't take personal belongings, it's kind of setting off a few red flags, I guess.
Day gets more critical. As you can see by the turnout, we have Henderson PD, we have Metro, we have North Las Vegas, and we have some people from the Drug Enforcement Agency. We have all sorts of assets that the public may have been seeing: helicopters, drones, motorcycles, side-by-sides, 4x4s, and K9 team. The reason that we're out here today.
Hello, Callie Dime. Good to see you. Yes, this has me. This case has me nervous too because they haven't found her yet. Usually, people go missing. They usually show up within the first 24 to 48 hours. Anytime somebody goes missing, it's good to see Callie Diamond here. Always good to see people in the chat that are new. Appreciate it. Good thing you weren't here earlier. I didn't have a microphone.
In the desert area is one of our canine dogs was able to pick up a scent, and the scent was going southbound. So we're exhausting all of our resources and all those available to us searching in that area. I want to really confirm that we're here on behalf of Henderson PD. We're a force multiplier for them, and we're here at their request. And with that, I'll turn it over to Lieutenant Emma.
Hi, my name is Lieutenant Charles Hedrick. I just wanted to voice our thanks to all of the resources that you see out here, both our local law enforcement agencies, federal agencies, and volunteers from the community. A big part of this today is volunteers from the community, and we appreciate that. We also want to keep the public aware that while there are assets working out in the desert at this time, that she could be anywhere within the city as well.
Yeah, she's the Emma Baum's the pregnant girl that went missing. I did. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, but I'll play it again. Beginning of who's missing in this clip. This is I hate to pronounce the name, but the parents are coming up here pretty soon in this case here. I know they didn't put the face up here.
And to not count
It could be because she's underage.
those things out. So we're asking the public, if they see something, to say something, contact us or Crime Stoppers, and we're just trying to get this girl home.
Hello, Zero Core. Good to see you. Thinking the same thing. Fire that man's barber. Yeah. Mullet much.
We have the parents of Genelia.
This is really sad. The mom is just, you can imagine. So get your Kleenex here.
Corey and Jennifer. If you'd like to ask any questions, feel free to do so.
So apparently she had an argument with the parents here, and then she just, I mean, that's what is being said anyway. But you could tell the mom here is just, you know.
I just would, first and foremost, thank you guys for coming out. If Jenna's listening, I just want to say, I love you. We just want you back. Our home is broken without you, and we need you. So please come back.
Jenna, wherever you are, whoever you're with, I just want you to come home. I want you to say, we love you so much. Please come home, or if you're with somebody, please bring her back home to me.
That's it.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
You said 7 o'clock on Monday. Is that PM or 8?
PM. Pardon?
When did the dog pick up the scent?
Picked up the scent yesterday about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
How exactly does that process work?
Well, the dog picks up a scent. The scent loses quality really every minute after the track is laid. So the dog picked it up. It was going southbound in the desert here, and we followed till the dog became exhausted and had to stop. So we picked that up again this morning, but the track is old now and not very good. But we're still operating on the assumption that if it's her track, it appears to be, that she's headed southbound, and we're going southbound and east and west as well from this location.
Has Genelia ever gone missing before?
Okay, so I just put her name at the end of this ticker here. I know her last name is Hin, Gianella. I think, I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's Genelia Hin. I think I'm murdering that word, that name. But anyways, that's her name. I put it at the end of the ticker here. So hopefully that, and then I'll try to put the call number if you have any tips.
No history of any activity of that nature. Straight A student, exemplary in every way. Never had any problems with the mom and dad, and no issues running away or with law enforcement in her history.
Since she's going southbound and she's flying, she's on foot, she's moving, she's mobile.
She's on foot. She left on foot. She didn't have any money with her, no credit cards, didn't have a cell phone with her, and no food or water. And
anytime somebody, especially a teenage girl, leaves the house with no cell phone, that's a problem. I mean, that's usually, I mean, you don't go anywhere. Kids don't go anywhere without cell phones. I mean, if they don't have their cell phones, they just won't leave the house. But it's possible, you know, she might have had another cell phone. I don't know. But anytime I hear that you know, they left the house without the cell phone, money, I mean, that's a different story. But cell phone, that's to me, that's one of those big old red flags. But who knows?
that's why you're seeing more and more resources out here yesterday and more resources today, because every day is more critical than the prior day.
It's Mino Dino. Hey, buddy, what's going on, man? Good to see you.
Do you know the answer about friends and family?
I believe her boyfriend was interviewed.
So this guy, hold on a second.
interview the night of, and we are looking into possibly being at a friend's house or something of that nature.
Is this a standard like response to an incident like?
No, these are the cops here, obviously the guy with the badge, and these other people here in the red outfits here, it's a volunteer search party here that comes out and looks for people in the desert. They're volunteers. They don't make any money in this stuff here whatsoever. A lot of the stuff is made from donations. So they're out here helping assist the search in the desert for this missing girl here. But they're not, I don't think they're actual law enforcement. They're just a volunteer, but they have tons of years of experience with looking for missing people, especially here in the desert.
This when there is a missing person?
In a situation like this, yes, when we have a missing endangered, someone's in distress, we did have a witness that saw them come into the desert, and then with the dog picking up on the scent yesterday, this is something that you would likely see.
So based on your experience and this type of situation, what does this tell you?
That each day is more critical than the last day. The survivability with no water and no food out here diminishes drastically after 72 hours. And we're at the 4th day right now. There's been good history in the past of people surviving past this time frame, but it goes down dramatically every day.
Is there anything? Is any signs of any type of foul play or any reason why she was missing?
She was distraught. There was a family issue, and she left the home, and no signs of foul play at all. And as you can tell by interviewing or asking questions of the mom and dad, they're pretty upset.
As far as the possibility
can't
of
put it.
maybe being at a friend's house, have any of her friends been interviewed as well, or just boyfriend?
The friends have been interviewed. They've been called. The phones have been looked at. All sorts of social media has been looked at. All the friends have been cooperative, including the boyfriend. And they brought in the school district police officers to look at background as well, see if there's any issues with schoolmates. Nothing. She's an exemplary honor student, Foothill High School.
To the boyfriend, what was his reaction? What did he have to say?
I can't speak on that. I wasn't present, but my understanding is that he was cooperative. He was interviewed, and he was, again, turned his phone over to law enforcement on scene and was distraught, just like the parents are, that she was missing.
I can do this one
I
here.
believe she's alone.
All of our indications, again, was she left alone. If she didn't go to her friends or family house, I don't have any indication to believe that she wouldn't be alone still.
Is there any other indications other than what the specific dog picked up?
We haven't found any other items of evidence or that she's passed through.
You guys are so awesome. Sticking here through all my bullshit in the beginning. But thank you for that. Thank you, Heather. You guys are all awesome. I really appreciate everybody being here. Have you heard of a lot of people with lumps that aren't cancers? Is common and all being blunt, but freaking out. Sorry. What kind of a lump? I have a lump. I have 2 lumps, both on my back. They're what they call those fatty things. A woman, I have a friend that wants to ask a medical question. Depends. We got a couple of nurses in here. I know that. I think woman's a nurse, and I think 2 of them on your chest. Fatty tumor, yeah. It's a fatty. And I think Jocelyn is a nurse too, I think. Yeah, I heard that too in there. But they this is the interview that came out before the last one we played. So but I don't know. This is very suspicious here. I don't like it at all.
In any other direction. I would say that she's wearing all black, a black Under Armour hoodie, sweat.
Anytime I hear about a woman having 2 lumps on their chest, I get nervous. You massage people with fatty tissue lumps? Is that massage or message? I don't know about one. But good to see Big Fish here too. Yeah, how's the OnlyFans going, buddy? All right, let's get back to this here. Then we'll move on to something else.
Sweatshirt.
I do want to go over that Emma Baum thing though, because I know I did something about that on the missing person's case of the week. I think that was a few weeks ago.
Very baggy black sweatpants, black and white Nike shoes.
Okay, let's hear
She
that
has
again.
Hold on a waist
second.
length.
So they're kind of describing what she was last seen wearing here.
She wouldn't fill in still.
Is there any other indications other than what the sick dog picked up?
We haven't found any other items of evidence or that she's passed through in any other direction. I would say that she's wearing all black, a black Under Armour hoodie sweatshirt, very baggy black sweatpants, black and white Nike shoes. She has waist length hair, black hair.
So I think the family was saying that they saw her exit the house on Monday night. So are there any surveillance video?
So she's been missing since December 30th, last Monday night. And apparently the parents and her got into some sort of an argument. I think she kind of probably just stormed off out of the house, but to not take her cell phone with her is just, unless maybe they took it away from her, who knows?
From the house that caught any of her action moving out?
I believe so, and we are looking at other surveillance cameras in the area, one of which we did locate her walking in this general direction.
And has any of that footage been disclosed yet?
I'm not aware.
Now, she is in the hills. Is the weather a hindrance, or can it help prolong her survivability out there?
There's good and bad on both sides. It's cool right now. It's in the 40s at night.
If you want me to go with you to the doctors, I'll go with you, Heather. I did fix my windshield wipers though. Yeah, I don't know anything about hormones. It could be something but treatable. We're here for you, Heather. You're part of the family here for sure. We just want to make sure you're okay. He's giving Chuck Norris vibes for sure. They're much easier than they used to be, by the way, and they treat you like a queen. They know it's scary. Yeah. Depends on where you go, I guess.
She doesn't have to worry about hypothermia, sweating so much, but they still need the water.
It's a flip of the coin with doctors. You either get a really good one or you really get a really bad one. Take care of the tatas. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys. I hate looking that stuff up. I don't know what to believe on the net. You can't believe anything on the net. Yeah, absolutely.
You can survive a long time without food, but only a few days.
If you do go, you better let us know here. Do you have a family HX?
Without water. So the weather is kind of it's cool right now. It's in the 40s at night. She doesn't have to worry about hypothermia, sweating so much, but they still need the water. You can survive a long time without food, but only a few days without water. So the weather is kind of a double-edged sword.
So how long will the search and rescue mission go on?
We'll keep searching as long as we can. We plan on being out here today until dark or after dark. We had drones flying last night, infrared drones until 8 o'clock. And we'll be out tomorrow if she's not found today.
Dino, you're too funny. I don't even know if I want to comment on it. Get your hell, I'll check them too if you're down.
and we'll be out Sunday if she's not found tomorrow. After that, we will probably need a couple of days rest ourselves, and then we'll continue the search. We're not going to give up the search for Delia.
How big is the search area? I don't know if you said that.
10 miles, maybe?
I'm afraid to know what would happen to me if I did that. I'd probably get my hands chopped off. Please get them checked. Yes, absolutely. Your great grandma had what? I will. Okay. That's scary for sure.
At this point, not counting air resources.
And it's just concentrated in this area.
It's concentrated south from where we're at right now. It's also,
I mean, it's a desert for God's sake. She could be anywhere. I mean, between scavengers. I mean, I'm trying not to be, grotesque and gross, but I mean, she could be out there forever.
concentrated north and east of where we're at right now.
Did the Southern gal leave? Is she still here? No, we can't. Forbid you to have that.
So by some chance she's been listening to this, what would you have to say? What would you say?
Your parents love you. They forgive you. They want you home.
See, this whole time they're doing this interview, I think they're kind of hinting at the fact that they know that she's somewhere with a friend or something like that. But it's weird how they got these guys in here looking at in the desert for her. Because like this guy said here, after about 72 hours or so, it's usually not good.
You're a good young lady. Do not let this destroy your life. Come home.
Is this location considered the McCullough Range part of this, or are we still away from that?
We're still a ways away from that, but we'll approach that.
Where is this back?
South of this.
Did you do a live last night, Southern Gal? I haven't been getting notifications at all on anything, really. Multitasking, got the Foo Fighters on the TV and Dave on the laptop. Well, at least you got sound. Eddie, I just snapped my gloves. You did? You had a live last night? How come I didn't get a notification? I knew you had a live. A late night one. Oh, maybe that's why. Because when I'm out over in some parts of the my job, I don't get any service anymore. So maybe that's why. All right, let's go back to this here. So you're being fine, Miss Persevere. You're awesome. Ashley, what? Who's Ashley? Oh my God, now I don't even know. Hey, Ashley, good to see you. Ashley Noodles here. Ashley? Like now I can. I didn't even know who Dawn was until last week.
Big mountain right here. This district, we still call it McCullough.
I think it's the Sloan Canyon.
Sloan Canyon area.
Yeah.
Damn it! I just had the map up too.
Yeah.
And just to clarify, the search started yesterday around noon. Is that what you said?
Our search started around noon yesterday. The family was searching that night. And because unfortunately the holidays and short staffing of various offices, we didn't get wind of it until yesterday when a friend of the family called us. And we called the father right away. And we came out here within about an hour and a half. So we started about noon yesterday.
When did family make a missing persons report?
They made it that night on the 30th. Yeah. They had a video camera inside the house that saw her exiting the rear door. That's how they knew that she was alone at that point, and she had no backpack and no bags that she was carrying.
So what type of dispute was this? Who's involved?
Just a normal family dispute, that teenagers have with their parents. Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay? I can't thank you all enough for coming out and sharing her.
I don't think I've gotten anything like that. Just trying to make sure I can get all of you to all. Okay, thank you, Ashley. Appreciate it. Yeah, no one sends me stuff either. But thank you very, very much for that information, Ashley. I appreciate that. All right, so let's shift gears here a little bit. I want to go to this here because Jocelyn brought this up. So I'll keep an eye on that there. I don't think there was anything else that came out of that since yesterday. But I will play this here because I know for a fact that I did this here about this Emma Baum case here. So let's play this. I don't think there's been anything new about her. But family pleads for help finding missing pregnant Indiana woman. And this is the one who had, she's in the pictures always as the blonde here, but she has different hair. And she was basically 9 months pregnant. So she was pretty much ready to go anytime. And then she just went missing. So family and friends of a pregnant mother from Indiana who was last seen more than a month ago are desperate to locate her, knowing that she would have likely had delivered by now. 25-year-old mother to four was last seen at her boyfriend's house in mid-October. So let's play this one here.
Indiana are asking the public for help in finding her.
The mother of the missing woman believes her daughter's boyfriend had something to do with
Probably
her
the clear ones.
I would like my daughter home. We miss her. Her babies need her. Her family needs her.
Holding posters with her pictures. More than anything right now, the family of 25-year-old Emma Baum wants to embrace Emma and the baby she was expecting.
She was 1 centimeter dilated on October 4th.
I did get Miranda Lee's email last week, though. Thank you, Miranda, for that. I really appreciate that. That was very kind of you. Sorry I didn't say anything earlier, but I've been kind of busy this week here. You hated Fish, the band? Fishers. I have no idea. Put it this way, I don't get anything in email that's good. Except for that from Miranda. Miranda Lee was nice sending that. That was awesome. So this is Emma's sister here, Abigail Smith.
She has been missing since October 10th. At this point, we have done everything we can, and now we ask the public to please help us.
Emma is 5 feet 3 inches tall and about 136 pounds. She's known to wear different hair pieces and wigs. This picture of her as a brunette is how she looks naturally.
So this is, we went through this when we went over this. This is what she would normally look like without the hairpiece on, but she goes, I think at one point she had red hair, a red wig, and she's usually seen the blonde. But this is a disturbing case because you would think she would have had the baby by now.
Emma is a mom of 4 young children, which includes the baby she likely
That's Cookie Monster right there, bro.
would have delivered by now. She was 9 months pregnant when she disappeared.
If you do see a missing Emma, she may be with her newborn baby. This case is very critical because we don't know if that baby has gotten the care that it needs.
Emma's loved ones say she was last seen at her boyfriend's house October 10th and the
Thank you, Heather, for telling Ashley Nudo about this channel. We love everybody here. I mean, it's just I have no problems with opinions or whatever. No emails about autopsies. Yeah. No, like Charlotte would say, no DPs for sure. Yes, it's sad. It's very sad. How did you break your ribs, Gail? Did you fall or something? Yeah, I don't check email. Yes. This is Emma Baum, right? Yep. I'm gonna have to start organizing some of my missing person cases because they're kind of just in there now. But I know I did I know I did I think Southern Gal did one on her too. But this is a disturbing case here for sure.
2500 block of Connecticut Street in Gary. Gary investigators say they didn't receive a missing persons report until October 28th.
She's really tiny. She's 5'3" tall, 136 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes. There are several scars on her arms, which has she has multiple tattoos. She's known to wear different hair pieces and wigs. The photo bottom right with the red frame. This one here is how she would look naturally. So the shorter hair here. Still a very good looking girl. And she's definitely pregnant in this photo. So.
According to investigators, Emma's boyfriend was arrested on October 29th on an unrelated warrant and is currently being held in the Lake County Jail.
Yeah, this is the one here with, I think they got him in custody on other charges, but they're hoping that they can keep him there until they can get more information on this case here. But
Indiana.
One individual was picked up on a warrant. I know that's the question out there. Was he charged? He has not been charged. No one in this case has been charged. And that individual was just on a separate FTA warrant.
Investigators say since Emma was reported missing, they have helped in her search.
There's been 3 different locations that have come up in the investigation. So that we've exhausted those means and looked into video that was possibly in those areas that she was last seen as well.
Ones describe Emma as having a heart of gold, someone who would do anything for anyone. And now they're pleading with anyone who knows something to help them reunite with Emma and her baby.
We love you, Emma. And if you can hear us, there's nothing that you have done to make any of us stop loving you. We trust that somebody knows something.
And we want her
and
home.
we want her
We
home.
want her home.
Well, anyone who does know anything about where Emma Baum is located should contact Gary Police.
okay, so let's do this one here. Oh, I wanted to play this one too here. This is pretty crazy, but I want to do the judge here first. So let's go to this here. Hold on a second. Let's do the judge next, because I've been keeping up with this case here too, the crazy judge guy. So let's share that. So I'm going to keep up with this case here, but there really hasn't been any, not that I know of, any more news on that, but I'll keep definitely up to date on that here. But we're going to go to the crazy judge now. So let's do this here. Let's skip the commercial here. All right, so this is about the crazy judge and the
visit
Kentucky. He appeared in court again. So let's do this here. This is the body cam footage, anyways. Body cam camera and dash cam footage show the aftermath of the shooting of Judge Kevin Mullins in Letcher County, Kentucky, in September 2024. So this is a breakdown of that, and we'll go over this, and then we'll go to the missing case of the week.
www.forthepeople.com/food to learn more. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Mickey Steins is in jail in Kentucky, charged with murdering his one-time boss and one-time friend, Judge Kevin Mullins. You're going to hear from Mickey Steins after the shooting here in a bit, and some of what he says is frankly a little confusing. The crime is shocking for many reasons. First, it's a county sheriff accused of killing a judge who was his friend and former boss. And the shooting was recorded by a surveillance camera in Judge.
That's absolutely horrible, Gail. Stumbled a while back, but didn't hit the floor. I have several osteoporosis. You have severe osteoporosis. I said pleurisy is my regular doctor. Said my rib cage was out of line. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, this is a strange. I mean, this is one of those cases where we probably. I mean, it's going to be a while before we see a trial here, but this is it's a strange case. I don't think this guy was a saint. That's for sure.
Judge Mullins' chambers in Letcher County, Kentucky. We've seen it, and it's startling. It's unbelievable. This case is definitely not a whodunit. Far from it. It's more of a why did he do it? A lot of people would like to know the answer to that question. Kentucky State Police investigators, Mickey Steins' lawyers, Judge Mullins' family, And the list goes on. That day, Mullins and Steins had lunch together. It was something they had done often. And by all accounts, there was no tension. Then around 3 p.m., Steins and Mullins met in Mullins's chambers. The meeting was recorded by a surveillance camera. A detective explained what happened at a preliminary hearing last year.
I was told that Sheriff Steins had tried to call his daughter, and he had tried to call his daughter from the judge's phone also.
Then, for reasons that remain a mystery, Steins shot Judge Mullins.
So I wasn't present, but when he was taken into custody, I was told by one of the other officers that were there that he made the comment, they're trying to kidnap my wife and kid.
Now we're hearing the 911 call and seeing the aftermath of what happened.
Got emergency.
This is the thing, right? Like, I mean, how are you going to go against a judge, right? Like, it's really, when things like this happen, it's really hard to trust anybody. I'm not saying that this guy here is innocent. I'm just saying, he was obviously pissed about something. Maybe he was crazy, maybe not. But I don't think the judge was a saint here at all.
Courthouse, we need ambulance here right now.
And how do you go against the judge? It's,
District courtroom.
Which courthouse?
Court, Lex County.
And what's going on?
Judge has been shot.
The judge?
Yes.
What's his name?
How do you take these phone calls, man? I'm telling you.
Kevin Mullins.
Go ahead. What are you got? Shots fired at Lex County Courthouse and somebody shot Judge Mullins.
You're a can.
No, sir. Just come out on radio.
Troopers raced to the scene. It's not a call that you often get. A judge shot at a court.
Like, if you listen to any police scanner, man, like that, you're talking about like a couple of days worth of entertainment. It's just, you can't make some of this shit up.
Courthouse. When troopers arrived, they began separating witnesses.
Well, I told him to put them in separate rooms so they don't talk to each other, too. Yeah. Have you got the witnesses? No. They're doing the witnesses. Who's doing the witnesses? Justin and a couple other people are walking the witnesses down through there.
And the work of securing the crime scene began.
I think he's getting that other one.
Exactly. It's just, deputy was arrested and charged for, it's just, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if you follow some of these cases, like, up here we got the Sarah Birchmore case in Massachusetts, and, you got all of these people who are in authority here, and they're worthless. I'm telling you, right? This is just, it's just, who are you supposed to trust? I mean, the judge, there was so many speculations about the judge during the Delphi case too. I forget his name there. The guy that knew Garrett Kurtz, but you get these favors, police, Alex Murdaugh. I mean, who do you trust? You can't trust anybody. And how are you supposed to go against the judge? How are you supposed to prove that like he's a judge? You just throw you in jail. Well, yeah. Yeah, it was Fouts. Hey, Valencia's mom, good to see you. It's good to see you. Very, very good to see anybody who's up this late. Yeah, that guy was a piece of crap. Fouts. What the hell was his first name? I forget his first name. Judge Fouts, I think. I don't know. Dan Fouts. No, it wasn't Dan Fouts. Dan Fouts was a quarterback. Good to see everybody in the chat. Deputy got 6 whole months in jail where his wife was. Absolutely crazy. I'm on the West Coast, so good for you. Hopefully it's warm out there. It's 11:11. I'm technically a night owl. I work nights, so I'm sleeping. Southern Gal's awesome. She's got a great channel. Feel free to check out Southern Gal. Who else is in there? Got a channel. If you guys get channels, feel free to throw them in the chat. Arctic True Fox is great. Sorry, Southern Gal, about New Year's, but for some reason, the internet here was really bad. I was going to actually go live with the whole New Orleans thing that went on at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I didn't trust my internet. So it's 12:12 in Colorado. Yeah. It's so good to see so many people from different parts here. West Coast, Colorado. I know Charlotte, she comes in, she's over in England. I haven't seen Farkyu in here lately. Hope she's okay. She's over there in Australia, I think. Yep. Yours was the same way. For some reason, it was really windy here that night, and I think the wind was causing the internet to go in and out. Heather's main. Yep, Heather's right up there. Heather's awesome. But if you guys have channels, feel free to throw them in the chat. And if you can't throw them in the chat, let me know. I'll give you a wrench so you can. I know that. That's right. I've been trying to. Who else was in here? PJ's got a great channel, Lighting the Way Home. Paula Fitzhenry's in here. She's got a channel. She's great, great too. Necessarily Evil's in here. Great channel. Of course, Mr. Steve True Crime. I like to promote other channels because everybody does good work. When it comes to the missing and some of the cases that don't get a lot of, playing time, so to speak. All right, I'll shut up now. Let's go back to this here.
They still got the M15 in the foyer of the courthouse. There's also some witnesses in the judge's office, not far from where he's at. You want us to go ahead and take him down to the jail so we can get the rest of the witnesses out of the judge's office.
Anybody hurt? Well, we got a lot going on right now. That it is, brother.
At 3:40 p.m., a couple of women who appear to be distraught, possibly family members of Judge Mullins, show up at the courthouse. A trooper holds one of them.
I'm telling you, what would a chat be without Dino? I keep forgetting about Frankie Rose. She's awesome. Is that the new chance? She knew. Is that her new thing? Frankie Rose, True Crime Done with Frankie Rose. The Think Tank. Is that the Think Tank? Frankie's awesome. So is it My Monsters, Mother of Dragons, and Timmy's Legacy. Miss Barbara. She's awesome. Hope she's doing okay. I know there's a lot of people being sick right now. It's just a lot of shit going around. Frankie's awesome. Frankie is amazing.
And back. One woman is trying to get into the courthouse, but the trooper will.
Yeah, I have no problem with people posting their channels in here, especially JCN's in here. I was just thinking about her. JCN's got a great channel. I just saw the one you posted today or yesterday. Great informative stuff, JCN. There she is right there. What? She was demonetized for no reason? That's ridiculous. There she is. There's Timmy's. Thank you, Southern Cal. The Think Tank was demonetized for no reason. That's I'll have to subscribe then to that because maybe that's why I haven't been seeing her notifications lately. She's awesome. The Think Tank's awesome. Frankie's great. She got the greatest laugh ever.
Will not let her pass the steps. After 4 p.m. that day, dash cameras show officers leading Mickey Steins out of the courthouse in handcuffs.
See, a lot of times if people have, streams during the day, I usually can't watch them because I work nights. But if you're on after 5 or so, then I'm pretty good at it. Yeah, this is a great chat. Southern Gal has a great chat too. Southern Gal's got a great channel. She's very, very good. But I'm the type of person. Thank you, Dandy. I'm the type of person here that I have no problem with people posting their channels in here because, the people like Southern Gal, JC Ian, everybody in here that has a channel, they do great work, especially when it comes to the cases that people don't talk a lot about. I know Honeybee was in here earlier. She does a great job with the floor fire. So I have no problem promoting those channels.
To a waiting cruiser. And then you hear his voice.
And of course, Mino Dino's OnlyFans page.
Talking with the troopers.
Make sure there ain't no weapons or nothing now.
Ain't nothing in there, bro.
Yeah. Come on now. Right here, open up the back hatch. No, now come on.
You heard Steins tell the troopers to make sure there weren't any weapons in the back of the cruiser, and he talks then a little more.
Y'all gonna leave me in here and let me die of heat exhaustion? No, I can't get up in there. Come on now.
Yeah, we love having you here too, Miss Persevere. It's been a while, but it's good to see you. I know people got other things to do besides listen to my crap. But it's always good to see everybody on the channel. There's so many great creators out there. It's hard to keep up with all of them. But like I said, the more we get the word out, the better. There's a lot of missing people, a lot of unsolved cases, a lot of people who need answers, victims' families and stuff.
I can't. Yeah, man. I can't get in. These cuffs are way too tight. Come on now, guys. Come on now.
Steins definitely sounds a little paranoid.
You mean pick your leg up, my brother? Y'all got carbon monoxide in here. Come on now. Come on. I can't sit like this. I can't. Come on now. Be fair to me.
We're being good to you, brother. You stick your leg up in there.
Come on now, guys. Please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Please.
You want to scoot on over a little bit to the left?
Come on now.
Try to scoot on over a little bit more. That way we don't hit you. Can you go a bit farther? I just want to hit you with the door. Put your knee in there, my friend.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Bates. Hey, Bates. Can we loosen this up a little or give the window down?
You know, it's so funny. When I grow up, I want to be just like Mike. Oh my God. I share all the time, all genres I take part. Yeah. Good channels need to be called. Mr. and Mrs. Steve is just amazing. They're just amazing people. They're having the time of their life now in Florida. It just sucks that Georgia had to lose. These people here at this whole thing is just, this whole case is, you can just imagine how many people are involved in this. It's, so I don't think that, it's just one person here.
I'm sorry. Can we loosen this up a little? Fire to me, man.
I got some air. I'll crack the window for you, but I can turn the air on back here. Okay?
Yeah. Be fair to me now.
I promise. Yeah, I promise.
God, please.
I promise.
It's hot back here, man. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Yeah, Georgia lost. Georgia lost to Notre Dame. So normally I wouldn't be that upset that Georgia lost, but I am. For Mrs. Steve, it's.
The drive to the Leslie County Jail from Letcher County takes about an hour, give or take a few minutes. Steins continues to speak as if he's in fear.
Come on now, guys. Make sure I get to the jail.
We're going over the body cam footage of the sheriff being arrested after he shot or pew-pewed the judge in his chambers. So this is basically after he got arrested, I think.
At times, it's hard to hear the troopers in the cruiser, but they try to talk to Mickey Steins on the long drive to the jail.
Come on now, guys. I was asking why you done it. Was it over your family? Come on now. Guys.
There's
What
so
you
many
doing?
different things that I've been hearing about this case. Yeah, this is there's no doubt that part of that's going on, but I heard that his wife was not really all that happy with him, and I think they were pretty close to getting separated or a divorce or something like that. So, but I don't know. There's so many things in it. That's why this case is got all the makings of being a classic here. But I don't think the judge was the greatest person alive. It's just my opinion.
I'm just talking to you. I'm just asking, was it something to do with your family or anything like that?
The trooper, after several minutes, tries to ask Steins some more questions.
Was it something to do with your family? Something happened.
Is it just me? Or are they moving? They're going to be doing a good 80 miles an hour here.
If something did happen, you know, I mean, it'd be good to let us know. Why did you want to talk to your daughter while I'm there? Something did happen that, you know.
Woman is awesome. Woman is so smart. She's not getting involved in another good old boys case. Yeah. They're all out there though. It's and it's not just a mid-southern thing either. It happens up here too in the north. There's a channel called Hillbilly Crime. She's a local on covering this. You know what? You can throw a channel in here if you want. Sounds good. Hillbilly Crime is good. I mean, the way they treated Sarah Birchmore, it's up here with that detective and the Karen Reed case and every other case that's going on with it. It's just it's just same as this here. Sometimes people within power, they just feel like they have power over everybody, and it's just not the case. But you hear about stuff like this here, it's just, who do you trust? It just sucks.
Involve something that could help you and go to trial and get a fair trial. Let us know kind of what's going on, what led to this.
At one point, Sheriff Steins asks whether the troopers are
Did you just wake back up, Miranda? I just wanted to thank you for the email you sent last week. Sorry, I haven't had a lot of time this week here, which is why I can't stand the holidays. It's just stay away from the Tennessee cases. Woman, it's deep there. Yeah.
actually taking him to a national forest. He doesn't believe the troopers are taking him to the right place. They tell him they're in a national forest near the jail.
Maybe we're almost to the jail.
Yeah, I don't think this guy was in the right. I mean, he might have been going through, and I think that's going to be his defense, is that he was going through some sort of mental health issue here when this all happened. I can almost guarantee you that that's what his defense is going to be.
Last time, is there anything is this anything to do with your family? If that's some information that we need to know.
You'll love too, Miranda. I really appreciate what you sent. That's awesome. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's just not, it's not just a local thing. And these people need to be held accountable for this stuff, because it's just not, it's not good at all.
And what the information comes out, that always can change how investigations are worked. You know what I mean? how they're looked at. You know that. Like I said, something led to this.
Come on now, guys. You got no guys.
To the jail. See it right there.
This is not jail. This is not the jail now. This is not the jail.
The officers continue to drive, and they assure Mickey Steins they are taking him to the Leslie County Jail.
Okay, Mickey. Anyway, so do you want to talk about it? Is this to do with anything with your family, your daughter, or anything? Bring one in. Do they have to back out to get out, or does that circle out? Does it circle out, or do they get out? Okay. So,
Who are you passing me off to?
Leslie, we've talked about this. This is Leslie County Jail.
Who are you passing me off to, though?
No, nobody. He knows the way here. We didn't know the way.
Oh, yeah. Y'all are passing me off here now to somebody.
Mickey, I don't know why you think this.
Y'all are going to let somebody hurt me. Yeah. Come on now, guys. Be fair. Yeah. Don't pass me off to nobody.
The only people we're passing you off to is the jailers inside.
Okay.
That's the jail. They said there's somebody in there that they got to clear out.
Yeah, come on now, guys.
One last time, the trooper tries to get Steins to tell him whether the shooting had anything to do with his family.
Is this anything to do with your family?
I don't know if this is police corruption or if this is just. I think there's some sort of a ring going on here with the judge, but I don't know. It's one of those tentacles. Whereas this is Kentucky. But I think the sheriff here is going to be found guilty for sure. But I don't know if he's going to do a insanity plea or not.
I think that's some information that would be nice to be out there so you knew what exactly led to this.
Don't put me in that Leslie County van.
Steins is pulled out of the cruiser and taken into the jail to be booked. Steins' lawyers released the following statement to me. It's
Recently released footage affirms our belief that our client felt that there was an imminent threat to his family and himself. There was an extreme amount of pressure placed upon him as a result of the pending civil case and its potential to reveal matters within the courthouse. So these are lawyers being lawyers here.
says the recently released footage affirms our belief that our client felt there was an imminent threat to his family and himself. There was an extreme amount of pressure placed upon him as a result
The judge was sitting in his chambers. I mean, it's
of the pending civil case and its potential to reveal matters within the courthouse. The footage shows that our client perceived a genuine threat and its impact upon his mental health is apparent. Following Steins' arrest, we found out that he had been deposed in a civil lawsuit in the days leading up to the shooting. A woman named Sabrina.
hello, Lady Monet. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody, by the way. Although it's not starting off very good. Yeah, they're trying to really get his charges down to manslaughter. They might do that.
Atkins sued the sheriff's office, claiming a deputy named Ben Fields had sex with her while she was on home incarceration. Atkins was arrested in 2021 on a drug charge. Atkins claims that she couldn't afford to pay for an ankle bracelet and was afraid to go back to jail. So Fields, who was supervising her on home incarceration, offered to help her in exchange for sex.
Oh my God.
Atkins said she and Fields had
This is just, I mean, it's a pimp house, literally.
sex in Judge Mullins' chambers 6 times. Fields eventually was charged criminally and served 6 months in jail. He is supposed to be on probation for 6.5 years.
Mustangs 1965 is here. Good to see you, buddy. Jocelyn is here too. Who else snuck in? Lady Monet's here. Lady Monet's awesome. I really appreciate everybody for coming in. Appreciate the support. This is just going to be one of those, yeah, it's just sickening. This is just sickos. It's just.
We don't know whether this played a role in the shooting, but there have been questions about whether it may have, and here's why. In 2022, investigators with the Kentucky Attorney General's office interviewed Sabrina Atkins, and she claimed to have seen tapes of Judge Mullins having sex with a woman in his chamber.
I literally have no respect for people like this, like that. I just don't. It's just, what a piece of dog shit. He's got to do that just to get, it's just like, oh my God. It's nothing better than the scum of the earth. Just.
But he does have some videotapes of some stuff in the judge's chambers.
What kind of stuff?
Just with girls sexual and stuff.
What describe? Have you seen the videos?
I've seen one partly, and just him having.
Paula's got a great channel too. We love Paula here. Paula's awesome. Paula's an amazing person. Gail Hurd, good night. I hope you have a great night. I hope you feel better. Let us know what goes on with the MRI. Thank you, Southern Gal. Southern Gal's always on the ball here. She's just great. Paula Fitzhenry's got a great channel. Have a great week, Paula. Where's the community page? Yep.
Sex with girls for the bail to get out of jail.
Who was having sex?
Ben and just some higher ups up there.
Who?
The judge and.
You saw.
See, the thing is, none of this probably would have come out if this guy doesn't pew this judge, right? Like this probably all would have gone underneath the radar for a long time if this wouldn't have happened. So now all of a sudden people are trying to protect themselves and they're starting to talk.
All the video.
Yeah.
What did you see on the video? I mean,
I've seen Judge Mullins have sex with a girl.
Who was the girl?
I don't know, because I don't know a lot of people from over there.
Where was it at?
In his office, in the judge's chambers.
Is that the same place that you were meeting Ben? Is that how you know it was a judge? And this was Judge.
We love Gail here. Gail is so awesome. It's always good to have Gail here in the chat. I truly hope she feels better.
Who? But you don't know who the girl was.
We obtained that audio in a records request from the Kentucky AG's office. News Nation actually was the first to report on the audio.
But you saw the judge.
Right.
Do you know for sure that was the judge?
Yes.
I mean, how do you know that's the judge?
I've been in front of him. His face is pretty clear on there.
Mickey Steins has pleaded not guilty to the murder charge. His attorneys have suggested he was suffering from an extreme emotional disturbance at the time of the crime, and they've suggested the shooting may have been manslaughter, not murder. That's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.
It's just going to be one of those cases that just, it's never going to end. It's going to be one of those a bunch of sickos. I'm telling you, man, these people are freaking crazy. Go to the missing second. So I'm pretty sure everybody's kind of covered this. And this was done 2 weeks ago here. This is the case of Janae Bryan. So let's play this here. I don't know if I want to do this. Close that. This is coming from people, I guess. All right, so let's do this. Let me share. Yes, absolutely. Jocelyn's got a new channel too. Look at this. Butterfly True Crime. I'm going to have to check that out. Thank you, Jocelyn. Jocelyn's going to be awesome. Check out my new channel. It's a new channel. I'm working on more content, finding time to work, and life has been difficult these past few months. Yeah, you'll do fine. Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. All right. So what was I doing? I was going to share. That's awesome. It's good to hear. Sheriff deputy was shot yesterday in Orange County, Indiana. A shooter was killed. Did I pass that? I think I might have passed that. The sheriff's deputy was shot. Yeah, that's awful. The shooter was killed tonight in Louisville, Kentucky. Good. This sucks here. I think I passed this story not too long ago. Yes, I will sub to Jocelyn's channel for sure. What was I doing? I was going to share something. Hold on a second. Let's do this here. All right, so this is Janae Bryan, who once expressed fears over going missing. Hasn't been seen since October of last year, so a few months ago. So Bryan, 23, was Janae Bryan, 23, was last seen October 16th in Los Angeles. Earlier that day, she emailed a former boyfriend saying she wanted to get married. That'll do it. And there's her right there. Jana Bryan has not been seen since October. The Cornell University grad previously spoke of being afraid of going missing, and now her sister is concerned something happened to her sibling. Bryan, 23, was last seen near West 8th Street in Los Angeles. I'm going to copy this here so I don't have to do this again. Around 9 a.m. on October 16th. They did put out an ebony alert issued on November 19th. So 3 days. Wait a minute, around 9. So November 19th. Wow, that's a long time. She had just graduated from Cornell and had all these ambitions. It is incredibly unlike her to just completely go off the grid. So this was around the same time that Kobayashi went missing, I think. So Jackie Bryan Gooden told News Nation in an interview, we'll play that in a second, published on Friday, December 20th. So it's very unlike her to go off the grid. In an interview with Dateline, she added that going missing was Janae's biggest fear. All right, so let's play this here. Hold on a second. Stop sharing that. Has anybody heard about this case? What happened? Yeah, that's terrible. That is terrible. I think I came across that story earlier tonight. I was going to play that, but I won't now. So dangerous. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's not good. Yes, all that energy spent on Kobayashi. Absolutely. Yeah, I think we have heard the last from her. All right, so this is we're going to go to this. This is the missing Cornell student sister talking about the disappearance of Janae Bryan. And this is News Nation.
It's been more than 4 weeks since 23-year-old Cornell graduate Janae Bryan was reported missing by her sister. The family is worried that she may be in urgent danger. Her sister's going to join us in a minute. But this is a serious missing persons case you might not have heard about. It's getting a fraction of the attention and coverage we've seen, for example, compared to missing Hawaiian woman Hana Kobayashi, who it turns out wasn't even really missing. Janae was...
It just happened here not too long ago over in Hillsborough. A couple of cops got... I know one of the cops got beat up pretty bad. So Zach Andrea is in critical condition. He was ambushed. That sucks. I heard about it a couple of weeks ago, but I hadn't heard any of the updates. This one here, this case here. All right, so let's go to this here.
Was last seen the morning of October 16th near the 2000 block of West 8th Street, according to the Los Angeles Police Department. This young, beautiful woman graduated from Cornell University last year, moved back home with her mom in Pennsylvania. Over time, Janae slowly lost touch with people she was closest with in her life, which was concerning, given Janae had previously shared a fear of something happening to her.
I think I heard about this case. I think I did something on my community page saying that she was missing. I thought they had found her. Then the whole Kobayashi case started. Not trying to make excuses for myself, but all right, hold on a second. This, and then we'll take a drive here.
So in April, her sister had police perform a wellness check on the home she was living in with her mom. Police didn't find.
And what a beautiful girl. This just sucks. This is awful.
Anything wrong. Janae and her mom were there. But in August, Janae appeared to a friend saying, gone for the last few months, back moving to a new city Monday. Bye. Months later, she seemingly said.
So this is a text or message. What is this? This is from a phone, you think? This is a phone?
Back moving to a new city Monday. Bye. Months later, she seemingly sent another email to him writing, I think we should get married and I think we should work in industry. I was just in contract with.
This is an email, right? I think we should get married and I think we should work in industry. What does this mean? I was just in contact with the commissioner of the Department of Water Management in a city, and it's a brilliant idea.
The commissioner of the Department of Water Management in a city. It's a brilliant idea. It's sort of an unclear email. But that was Janae's last known communication. It's also the same day she was last seen. Janae was reported missing on November 13th, shortly after the LAPD issued what they call an Ebony Alert. The family very concerned for her well-being. Joining us now is Janae's sister, Jakay Bryan Gooden. Jakay, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. All right, so what do you know? I mean, here we are 4 weeks later. You reported, more than 4 weeks, you reported her missing. What do you know?
Yes, thank you for having me. I want to say that I know a lot, and
I'll have to donate to this here by Thug. Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't it? It sounds crazy. It sounds a little weird. That whole message sounded a little weird.
I have essentially spent all my time, as well as with her friends, putting together.
I think law enforcement really needs somebody like that. I know they have handwriting specialists and stuff like that. I think they need a person who's good at deciphering, because I think people have different ways that they communicate these days, via text message or phone message, stuff like that. And I think you can decipher if that's the actual person who's sending those texts and messages. I think there's a way to decode that, just like a handwriting, just with, vernacular. People use they can kind of get a chronology of how people usually use their wording on cell phones. I know people, especially on cell phones, you have the autofill stuff. I bet you they can get a lot of information from trying to decipher that stuff.
Together a master timeline, trying to make sense of what's going on.
Because I would have been completely wrong with the Kobayashi case. I thought that those emails to me looked a little bizarre, but it turned out it was her.
On. And at this point, to know that it's been more than 2 months, it is incredibly tiring and frustrating that no matter how much I know, it seems like it's incredibly slow to move on getting any proof. For example, I know that my sister has now been spotted over 9 times in the LA area. People have confirmed and accurately described her. They've described what she's wearing, and every time the description is.
Okay, so let's go take a little ride here. Ashley here. I don't know where Ashley is. Ashley, I think she might be. Same. Thank you, Jocelyn. So this is this is basically where she went kind of missing here. This is West 8th Street here in Los Angeles, which is, it's a pretty big street. But this is it here. So West 8th Street goes like this. So I'm going to have to turn around here. So I'll try to get more of a location here, but you have plenty of, you have lights here. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of cameras here. There's all, if they have any information, they probably have a lot of camera stuff here or video. This is a pretty major street here. I'm assuming there's probably some. That looks like, is that a camera there on top of that light? No. Because that's what I look for if they have, this is a pretty busy street. I'm pretty sure they got some, CCTV camera footage here of some sort. All right, let's go back to this here. Right here.
Is consistent.
And the one thing we know is that if they have any information, the family is going to be the last to know. So it's just a rule of thumb.
I also know that the places my sister was last seen, there's actual CCTV footage, and I have requested from the detectives to access that footage.
Yeah, good luck.
And so I haven't received any update in regards to looking at the footage. I don't know if they have been successful in receiving the footage. It got to one point where I thankfully had time to go to LA with the support of Black and Missing Foundation, and I
Thank you so much, Miss Persevere, for coming in. We love having you here. You're amazing. I really appreciate all your support. I hope you have a great week. Stay safe. Miss Persevere is awesome. Great person. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. So age 23, 125 pounds, female. We know she's a female. 5'7", brown, black. Yep. Last seen in Los Angeles. I think everybody has a fear of going missing, except for me.
stood at the same block that my sister was reportedly last seen
I'm technically missing all the time.
at and last staying at. And I looked up and there's a camera. And so I said, is there a way that I can get this footage? And thankfully, the manager at the store said to me, well, if the detectives request it, I have no problem handing it over, right? Which is,
Yeah, they're not going to tell the family anything. They never do. They just don't. One thing is, I think one of the reasons why they don't tell family anything is because they don't want family to do this, to go onto these shows and talk about shit. Just in case there is a suspect charged and they can get a conviction, all of that shit, right? But the other thing is, if they haven't ruled out family yet, they're not going to tell anything to anybody. And that's good. That's what you want. That's what you want law enforcement to do. You don't want them to be blabbing information to everybody. So they're not going to tell the family much at all.
we're fortunate for that because oftentimes people say, look, our footage ends here, right? Like this is the window we have. So to know that he was willing to give this up, I clung on to hope. And so
Yes, absolutely, JC. Absolutely. Not me. They should be afraid to take me. Absolutely. Don't wear any deodorant. Yeah, that's a good way to not get caught. Yeah. Is Mino Dino still in here? Or is his phone die out again? It's always good to have Miss Persevere in here. She's amazing.
I reached out to the detective on my sister's case and I said, hey, is it possible you could review this? And then she said to me, we don't have the capacity to look through all that footage. So I need a specific time. I need a specific day. I need to know what she was wearing. And I don't know any of that because I don't live in LA, right? And I wasn't the one that saw her.
So let me ask you this. We covered this case of Hana Kobayashi, and my point in introducing this segment is to say that, there's no reason this case shouldn't be getting as much or more attention than a case like that one got. But in that case, it turned out she had just left on her own volition, right? Are you confident that she didn't just leave and just, want to go and start a new life or move on, et cetera?
Yeah, that's a great question. So if I'm being very honest, initially, I figured, okay, maybe my sister and my mother were both starting a new life. And so I respected, the time that they needed and whatever was happening. But what's incredibly odd and where I am confident is knowing that my sister had a podcast. She was on social media. She had LinkedIn, right? And especially when we think about that she had just graduated from Cornell and had all these ambitions, it is incredibly unlike her to just completely go off the grid. And so that, as well as a call that was received that really kind of put more fire under my feet, was indicating that my sister could be in danger. And so I did share that with the detectives. And those two things I am certain of, right? That she was definitely staying with someone who could put her life in danger. And also that it is very unlike her to just disappear off of all social media platforms.
Well, I think that the point you just made there is an important one, that she's apparently, at least a witness indicates, with someone who may have put her life in danger. All right, Ja'Kay, Brian Goodman, we put out the word.
I should probably copy this at some point. So anyone with information regarding the whereabouts of Janae Bryan, please contact the Missing Persons Unit, Detective Avalos at 213-996-1800. Wishing to remain anonymous, call the LA Regional Crime Stoppers office at 1-800. Thank God for Crime Stoppers. 1-800-222-TIPS, and that's TIPS, TIPS. That's probably going to be down here, so I'll probably copy and paste that and put that on somewhere. So near the 200 block of West 8th Street. So that's pretty much where we just were, I think, on the map. I'll try to. This has been going on for a while, so there's tons of information about this case out there. But like I said, I thought she might have been found already. But let's move on to something else here. I'll try to keep updated on this here as much as possible. All right, so stop sharing that. And I want to go to this Sumter police investigation here. So hold on 2 seconds. We'll go there. She didn't even contact family after her father. Yeah, that's Kobayashi. Who's leaving? Who's Heather's leaving? It's here. I need to share this. So Sumter police investigating 2 sets of human remains found, and I found this. This was done 4 days ago here. What happened? Hold on a second. Any updates on missing pregnant woman in South Bend? Is that the one we just did? Emma Baum? Hold on a second. I don't think so. So this is interesting here. This is one was found by a local company that helps to look for missing people, and the other set was found in a burning car. So this is we'll play a few of these here. We'll go from the last or the furthest out to the latest. So let's do this here. This is
your news tonight in Sumter County. That's where the Sumter Police Department is investigating after human remains were found in 2 separate cases. Our Chris English is in Sumter County tonight with more.
Rachel, tonight here in Sumter County, authorities are working on identifying the remains of victims from 2 separate cases, including one where a car was found in the waters just behind me.
This morning, deputies with the Sumter County Sheriff's Office responded to a location off of Boulevard Road where a burned-out vehicle was found with a body inside. The investigation was turned over to the Sumter Police Department. That case comes after independent search and rescue divers discovered a car submerged in the waters of the Rocky Bluff Swamp just south of Crestwood High School.
This is a case that I've been working off and on for the past 2 years.
Adam Brown is a Columbia resident who specializes in independent underwater search and rescue.
Is that another case in northern Indiana? Or is that the same case with Emma Baum? Because this is kind of interesting. I've been kind of leery about there being an SKR over in Indiana for a while, but let me know about that because I'll have to look into that. You're straight out of Pluto tonight? Well, we're glad for that. I'm not far behind. I'm over in the Kuiper Belt.
He and diver Jason Serrata work on cases together.
There's a lot of databases online which we follow, and we target missing people where their vehicles are also missing. Just every time I get some free time, because I live so close, I'd go check a few ponds.
They were checking a small area off Highway 401 Monday morning when they found the submerged car.
In this case, it was so small that we just threw a fishing magnet in to see if it would stick to anything. It immediately stuck on, and I just knew from how it stuck from experience that it was most likely a vehicle. So I sent my drone down there, immediately saw it was a silver car, and this morning we went out there, dove down, and we were able to pull him out successfully.
Brown says sometimes search and rescue involves a little luck. He hopes the discovery will lead to closure for the person's family.
It's just one of those things where it's just the right time, right place. There's a lot of missing people out there, and it's never easy, but we do our best to search, spend as much time as we can, and try to bring them home.
And Rachel, the Sumter County coroner says it could be Monday or later before they're able to identify each set of remains and release those names to the public. In Sumter County tonight, Chris English, News 19, WLTX.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Lady Monet. Hold on a second, because that's interesting. WLTX. Hold on, I'm trying to. Let's see. Columbia, is that South Carolina? Sumter County, South Carolina. Is that where we are? I think that's where this is here. I think this is South Carolina. I could be wrong, but let's play this one here. Hold on a second. Did I play that one yet? No. This one here.
Well, tonight, a Sumter woman whose brother has been missing for more than 7 years is hoping, praying for some closure after a body was discovered early yesterday morning. This is a story that WIS first brought you as breaking news.
The body was found in Sumter off Highway 401 near Crestwood High School. It was inside a silver BMW submerged 10 feet deep in swamp water.
Sheila Braley says that her brother was last seen leaving a Sumter bar in a silver BMW.
Yeah, that's hold on. That's South Carolina. So it's throwing me because people don't have an accent. Jamie Vlamos is her name, and Gary found dead, unalived in December 20. I'll have to look that up. That's interesting. New Year's Eve. I'm going to play a little of that shortly. Yeah. Be safe, ladies. I have to go, so I won't be here to keep you safe from Dave. Who's Dave? Dave is not here. I hope you have a good night, buddy. If your phone runs out, Mino Dino needs a channel too. Mino Dino's awesome. Ashley Nuno. You're the one we need protection from. That's too funny. All right, so I found. Let's see here. Hold on a second. They have it right here, Craig Road. So let's just keep playing this here.
WIS reporter Ashley Jones spoke with Braley and has more.
Boulevard Road. Can I find that this way? Boulevard Road. Hold on a second. Let me get. Boulevard Road. Got it. And I spelled it wrong. Okay, so this is Boulevard Road here. And what's the cross street? Craig Road? All right, so let's hold on. I'll play this and I'll try to find out.
We're on the search for her brother.
If the remains are in fact Tommy, then we can move forward.
That's Sheila Braley's hope after a car identical to her missing brother's was pulled out of a swamp on Tuesday morning with human remains inside.
It's difficult to move because we don't know what happened to him.
Braley says her brother, Tommy Braley, disappeared on August 25th back in 2017. Investigators say surveillance video captured Braley leaving the now closed Brewers Bar and Grill around 2:30 in the morning. They say he was last seen getting into a silver BMW.
He was in the back of the vehicle, still in there.
Adam Brown works with a local nonprofit that specializes in finding missing people. Brown has been working on Braley's case for 3 years. He says he and his partner just decided to check the swamp on Tuesday morning. That random check led to this.
I sent my underwater drone down and I could actually get a picture, an image of the vehicle I saw. It was a silver. First thing I saw when I set the drone down, it was a silver vehicle. I saw the window was one of the windows was partly down, and I kept going around the vehicle, and then we eventually saw it was a BMW. And at that moment, we knew it was Tommy's car.
After finding the car with the body inside, Brown contacted law enforcement. Later that morning, Braley got a call from the Sumter County coroner saying they may have found her brother.
It was like bittersweet. I was happy and I was emotional at the same time.
And while the coroner has not officially identified the body, he too believes it's Tommy Braley.
Some things that were found inside the vehicle that I can't allude to were pretty much confirmed by us as to who this individual was.
Coroner Baker says it'll take less than 2 weeks for them to identify the body. If it is Tommy Braley, his sister hopes to have a proper burial for him.
So we're claiming completion, and this new year forward should be better because we would know where Tommy is.
In Sumter, I'm Ashley Jones, WIS.
All right, so that's that one there. And I had another one, I just lost it. But anyways, we'll keep an eye on it. This is strange here. Human remains found in swamp belonging to a man reported missing in 2017. All right, what's going on here in the chat? You're scared. Holy hell, my head hurts. Good to see Ashley in here. This has been since 2017. Yeah. Yes. All right. So I found the high school. Let me, and I had found the street, but hold on a second. Let me share that. And it is in South Carolina. So there's the high school there. And the street is kind of right that they were talking about is right in here somewhere. I'm telling you, man, though, if you want to commit a crime like that, South Carolina, this area here is the place to do it because there's not a lot here. But that's, I'll have to get closer. I found the street, but then I lost it. All right. So let's, I want to play this one here. Hold on a second. I can go from here. This here, let's stop sharing that. Florida missing woman found a submerged car by that volunteer team. Yes. Mama Duck is here. Hey, Mama Duck. Valencia, mom's here. Quack, 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 Mama Duck. That's awesome. Good to see everybody here in the chat. I don't know how or when or why it's there. Honest to God, I don't even know how to turn a file from one to form to another. Yeah, I can't help you. I have no idea how to do that either. Sometimes I luck out. Sometimes it just works. I don't know. All right, so what am I doing now? I'm going to go here. So this is the missing Florida mom. I think we just did this here. The missing Florida mom remains found in a submerged van. And this is the case that's been going on forever. A minivan belonging to Katie Bella. I'm going to butcher this. Ketchabalea, a Melbourne woman missing since 2014, was found in a retention pond near her home with the remains inside. The vehicle was located on December 20th, 2000. Wow, a lot happened on December 20th by Sunshine State Sonar. That's awesome. Following new information provided by Brevard County Sheriff's Office the day before. All right, so here's that case here. Good news for the families here.
Okay, the remains of a missing Melbourne mom have been found. Investigators say Katya Balaya was last seen in 2014.
God, I butchered that, literally.
She told her children she was going to the store. She left in her minivan and she never came home. Just before Christmas, a team with Sunshine State Sonar found her minivan in a retention pond with inside. We want to bring in Mike Sullivan, the founder of Sunshine State Sonar, this morning, who made the find. Great to see you.
Well, it's freaking awesome. A new grandson arrived earlier, so I've been out off the streets, YouTube streets. That's fantastic. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Human remains found south of Lexington, Kentucky forest. Did you send that to me, or I'll put my hold on a second. You got that case there. That's my email. Where's Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? It's been almost a year now. But anyways, congrats to the baby. All right, let me go back to this here.
How are you? Thanks for being here.
I'm good, thank you.
Listen, what you guys do is really nothing short of heroic. Tell me a little bit about why you do this work first.
Yeah, I mean, we just, we were inspired by seeing a couple of the guys on YouTube, and me, my brother, and a couple of friends got together. We started this organization up, and we're on just starting our first.
This is like the wave of the future here. This sonar stuff.
Year, and we've been able to solve 15 cold cases just in the last 23 months. So it's been kind of surreal. I don't think any of us thought, in a million years that this would ever happen. We thought it'd be cool to solve 1 or 2 cases, and we just keep going and going. And it's just every case we solve inspires us to go right on to the next one.
Wow.
10-year-old cold case, missing woman's remains found. Look at this. It's just, there's no need for this.
So, Mike, how do you go about finding the cases? Do families come to you saying, listen, we're not able to get anywhere with law enforcement. We need your help. How does this work?
Yeah, so we've researched all the cases. We've got 72 cases in the state of Florida. These are cases where people have been reported missing. They're all cold cases that are 5 years or older, and their vehicles have never been.
Hey, Karen Lee's here. Good to see Karen Lee. Hey, Karen, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, the Sebastian Rogers case. I keep following that. Those are the cases that it's really hard to put that down. I haven't done a live on the Sebastian case in a while, but definitely can't stop thinking about that kid because it's just heartbreaking, literally. What was amazing? Hello. Oh. Ashley's leaving. Good night, Ashley. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for coming in definitely appreciate it. Thank you for the support. You're welcome here all the time. It's a mess. Yeah, it is a mess. It's an absolute mess. And unfortunately, I think they're getting colder than hotter.
Covered. Those are the cases that we're targeting, and we just keep chipping away at that list.
Does law enforcement have
Look at all this law enforcement. Holy cow. This definitely looks like South Carolina here. Look at this. That's not even the beginning. Look at them all. With a tow truck. Look at it. Holy cow.
Chipping away at that list.
does law enforcement help you? How do you go about getting tips to sort of know where to start?
That's a Chevy. What is that? That's a Chevy. I don't know what that is. That's a Chevy Cobalt. Is that a Chevy Cobalt, do you think?
The search.
They do, and usually it's law enforcement that gives us that one tip. As in, Katya Belaya's case, we needed that cell phone ping information. There's like 500 bodies of water in that area, and it's like finding a needle in a haystack. So getting that cell phone ping, sometimes license plate readers, just getting us in the right area is a huge help. So law enforcement having cooperation.
Is that what that was? Is that a Chevy Cobalt? Hold on a second. Is that what that looks like? Chevy Cobalt right there. Gray, navy blue, gray. I think that was a gray. 2008. That looks pretty close right there. Yeah, that's what that is. I think that's a Chevy Cobalt, or definitely a Chevy. I just don't know if it's that Cobalt or. Okay, let's go back here.
With them is vital to what we do.
So, Mike, a lot of folks might ask, well, why didn't law enforcement search that lake initially, like right when she went?
So one thing law enforcement isn't really good at is, we learned this. Mob Crew's awesome. Chris is great. We learned that with the Kylie Rodney case. I mean, the car was there; it was right there the whole time. They just obviously never found it. But this sonar stuff is really where it's at. I mean, if you have the equipment and you can afford the stuff, a lot of these police departments, they don't have the funding to get all of this equipment. The FBI does, though, so I don't know why they couldn't find Kylie Rodney's car. But anyways, these guys are private investors here, so they can get the best stuff, and sonar is it.
Missing. Would they have not thought to do that?
Yes, you got to keep in mind the technology wasn't really available right in 2014. So sending divers in, alligator-infested ponds to swim around in almost zero visibility to find a car that might be there, might not be there with the amount of water in the area, it's impossible. The technology has evolved. We're using cutting-edge technology, and we've been pretty successful with it. But you really can't blame anything on law enforcement on these cases, especially the old ones from the 70s and 80s. It's just, it wasn't there.
Right. That makes sense. So how does the technology work, Mike? How does it help you find these vehicles?
Yeah, see, the problem with Florida is you get to these, and even South Carolina like this, it doesn't take a lot to flood these areas here. This is all, basically sea level here. So anytime there's a big rainstorm or hurricane or whatever, there may be these ponds that just prop up.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they think that this stuff.
I think that's not a Cobalt, is it? No, the lights are different. What is that? That looks familiar. That might be the Saturn. That might be the Saturn version of that car. Oop.
Stuff is cut and dry and easy, and we sit on our little boat and we see a little cartoon character of a car, and it's that simple, but it's not. It takes a lot of practice and training. We're interpreting shadows on the sonar screen. Everything we see is shadows. Being able to tell the difference of the shadow of a rock, a boat, a tree, that stuff takes a lot of time to develop those skills. We're pretty good at it because we do it on a regular basis, and I think like I said, that's one of the reasons we're able to do what we do.
Car's in pretty good shape for being under there for, look at this interior. It actually looks pretty good in there.
One of the reasons we're able to do what we do, really.
Wow, it really is just incredible. Is this all nonprofit? Do you rely on donations in order to pay for this? Because this stuff is expensive.
It is, yeah. I think between all our team, we've probably.
You know what that is? A Cavalier? That sounds good. I'm going with Heather there. That looks like a Cavalier. 4-door. Yep, that's a Cavalier. Yep, that's exactly what that is. It's a Cavalier. Thank you, Heather.
Probably, invested at least $200,000 of our own money. We're a private company. We're not a nonprofit. We fund everything ourselves. So everybody in our team pays for this. We all pay for the equipment. We pay for our Airbnbs and costs, and we don't charge families. We don't charge law enforcement. It's just our way of giving back to the community and families in need.
Wow. Well, what you do really is so special. So if a family is watching this and they have an idea that where they might be, should they contact you? How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we pretty much, we have, all the cases in Florida, and we try to stick just with Florida. This is our home state. There's so many cases, and we're just going to keep chipping away at this. But yes, absolutely. Families reach out to us all the time, and, and we work with families. We contact the detectives handling the case and see what kind of information we get. And if we can help them out, we absolutely will.
Well, you are doing heroes work, and it is much appreciated by us and everyone who you've helped. Mike Sullivan, founder of Sunshine State Sonar, thank you so much for what you do.
Okay, thank you, Amy.
Take care.
All right, so that's that. I do want to play a couple more things, and I'll get out of here. I hope Charlotte's okay. Golfers tend to get overly drunk. I'm not surprised. Poor golf, yeah. It's weird to find a car in that condition now that's been underneath the water for that long. I do want to play a couple things here. Hold on a second. I got carried away with that one there. We played the Henderson girl there. Yep. Okay. So we played the sheriff. Oh, I wanted to play this one here too because this is just bizarre. Out of the freaks here. This happened in New York, Harlem, Delhi. Hold on a second. Let me play this here. I wanted to play this one here. So this happened the other night. Who knows if it can get this bad at a deli, right? Woman charged with unaliving a postal worker, poked to death in a Harlem deli while working. It's just really, really weird. So let's check this out.
Attack started with a dispute over a sandwich order. Eyewitness News reporter Stephon Kim with new details.
Homicide detectives tonight exited this Harlem deli's doors with evidence in hand. What's behind these deli doors? Too gory for this broadcast. Workers inside left mopping the blood-stained floors late into the night.
I know the guys who deliver milk, and just like that, he's gone. It's very scary. It's very, very scary.
Cops say an on-duty postal worker was fatally stabbed and slashed after getting into a dispute with another customer inside. The 36-year-old, police say, was stabbed and slashed multiple times in his torso, arms, back, and neck. It happened around 2:30 this afternoon at 168 Lenox Avenue in Harlem. The victim's postal cart still sitting on the sidewalk outside. That postal worker was rushed to Harlem Hospital where he was pronounced dead. About a dozen of his distraught colleagues rushed to the scene. They struggled with how to process the violent attack.
All I'm going to say, he was a nice young man. That's it.
As for what started this argument, deli workers say this was all over a sandwich, an argument about who placed their order first. Investigators say the 24-year-old alleged assailant is in custody, a person with no obvious criminal history. A friend of that person says she would not have attacked anyone without cause.
She's a nice young lady. She is not the type that just come out in the street and attacking people. This is just a bad neighborhood. What had happened, I have no idea because I was not around here. I don't know, but I do know if she said it was in self-defense, it was in self-defense.
Investigators say a weapon was recovered at the scene, though it's unclear what that weapon was. In Harlem, Stefan Kim, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
And within the
Weird.
last few minutes, we have learned the identity of the victim, 36-year-old Ray Hodges of the Bronx. That suspect identified as Jaya Cruz, 24 years old. She lives in Harlem. And tonight, she is charged with first-degree murder.
All for a sandwich. Her life is over, man. It's just both lives are over. It's just you can't make this shit up, man. People are just really, I mean, over a sandwich. It must have been a good sandwich. It better be. Yeah, it's a really bizarre case. I saw that the other night. I was like, everything on the planet happened this week. It's just so weird. This is why I don't go out anymore. That's why I used to go out all the time for New Year's. Fuck that. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm staying home. Okay, so I do want to play a couple more things here. So this is another one of those cold cases here. This is going all the way back to 1979 here. Former Charlotte, like I said, everything happens in South Carolina, man. Former Charlotte County Sheriff's deputy named as suspect in a 1979 cold case, and he's dead. He died. So here we go.
Sheriff's Office closed a cold case that it says ties a former deputy to at least 2 homicides dating back to 1979. I'm Fox 4 Charlotte County community correspondent Alex Orenchuk, and after 4 decades of investigating and a deathbed confession, detectives say they found the killer. In the early hours of November 5th, 1979, the Sheriff's Office said Deputy John Greer reported a murder at a farm store off Highway 17. Inside what's now a variety store, the Sheriff's Office said Greer found 25-year-old Adele Easterly's body, shot in the back and head with a 12-gauge shotgun. Cold case detectives said other deputies at the time suspected Greer, who carried a similar shotgun in a squad car, was the shooter, but couldn't substantiate it.
Well, I consider this guy an opportunist who used.
They had the way that like this sucks. Like a deathbed confession, right? Like yeah, it's just you can't make this stuff up.
The uniform, who used his authority, and he used his power to prey on innocent female.
Investigators said just 71 days earlier, Greer's wife, Jack.
First thing I said when I saw that case about the deli thing there is why the guy was really late delivering mail. I mean, they were at night there. New York City, anything can happen in New York City.
Jackie had been shot and killed inside their Port Charlotte home and ruled a suicide. In both deaths, investigators said something off and were concerned about Greer.
I think anybody around him 5 minutes realize something may be off here. If you're a law enforcement officer and been around here, something's off there.
Then in September of 1980, another female acquaintance of Greer's was found decomposed in her car in a wood area of Port Charlotte. Her husband had reported her missing and said Greer had followed her and attempted to have sex with her. That case was also ruled a suicide.
We don't have a lot of information on that, but we don't believe that he is responsible for killing her.
A month later, Greer was under internal investigation and resigned from the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office said witness interviews pointed to Greer, but the cases went cold. That was until 2016 when CSO put out a press release asking for information about Easterly's death. And a former sheriff's office employee came forward and said Greer had sexually assaulted her numerous times.
So this is obviously this person here is the mistress, right? So he was apparently having an affair with this one here. And
a former sheriff's office
came forward and said Greer had sexually assaulted her numerous times. During one instance, he threatened to kill her and mentioned his wife and Easterly.
We got lucky. We got a because of what we put out in that release. And that report led us to being able to say, okay, confident this is our guy.
April of 2023, cold case detectives interviewed Greer, gravely ill at an extended care facility.
You gotta be very careful, Southern Gal. Ugh. Now I'm gonna worry about you. You don't go at night, do you? Just during the day. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with going out, I guess. I'm old, so that's part of it. And two, I just don't like us to. We used to go down to New York City every year when the ball dropped, but that's when I had hair and I used to be a lot younger. But nowadays, if I go out anywhere, I'm going to a destination. Like I'm going to where I'm supposed to go. I'm not spending a lot of time there, and I'm getting back home. I'm a hermit, literally. That's why I work nights. I see more animals literally than I see people.
In Kingsport, Tennessee, where they said he confessed to shooting Easterly and his wife.
So he was paying attention and he knew what was going on when they talked about Adele, when they talked.
Yeah, of course he did. He was a cop.
Talked about Jackie. He acknowledged that he was involved in their shootings.
They said Greer could not confirm if he shot.
This is always weird how they do this. They have this huge, it looks like a huge press conference, and then they turn the camera around. There's only like 5 people standing here. It's so weird. So funny.
Shot his wife on purpose or by accident, and Greer won't face.
There's literally nobody here but the press. It's so funny.
Prison time because he died in March of 2024 at the age of 77. Still, the sheriff's office can close a cold case spanning more than 4 decades.
I don't believe in closure for families. I always hate it when people say, well, they give some closure. You don't get closure when your family's murdered. I'm sorry, you just don't. But at least we can give them some answers.
Detectives.
I got invited to $100 a plate place for my birthday and I passed and ordered pizza. That's freaking classic. That would be me. No thanks. I'm good. Oh, good. Never at night. Daylight hours and my car doors are always locked. Okay, good. Because I could be there in like 5 minutes, right? So fewer people would deal with it. I love working nights. I don't even think I could go back to working days if I had to. It's just there's just too many people.
Say the case is only closed in the murder of Adele Easterly, and
we used to go to concerts years ago too. I used to go to concerts, thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Like I don't know how I did that. I wouldn't be able to do that now.
That the death of Greer's wife is still being investigated.
I literally hate people. I just can't stand people.
They say they believe there may be other victims out there, and if you know anything about any alleged crimes Greer may have committed, to come forward. Charlotte County, Alex.
All right, so I do want to play this too, and then we'll kind of get out of here. I wonder where Charlotte is tonight. I hope she's okay. Eligible for only 2 years. Super Dave, yeah, Super Dave Osborne. Are you not far from New York City? I am. I'm a lot further away now than I used to be. Yeah. I used to love New York. New York is New York City, and I literally grew up in Boston, so I'm not afraid of it. I like the city because of the culture, but I just people now. I'm not there. Okay, I do want to play something because I thought this was kind of, and I'm not only going to play a little of this because, I mean, this literally happened. This whole New Year's Eve thing happened like I was about to go live literally when this happened because, I mean, it was breaking news pretty quickly, but I just want to play this because this is, hold on a second here. I'm going to try to get it in here. Yep. Okay. So let me play this here. You're all country, yeah. I'm country too. I like the cities too. I love the culture, the food. You know, I love when I used to go down to we used to go down to New York City. We used to go to Little Italy all the time. It's just nothing like Italian food. Not just that. It's just we used to go to Boston, Faneuil Hall, and just I love Portuguese food too. So all right, so hold on. Here we go. Yeah, I live here in the country, and I'd much rather be in the middle of the city than around here hanging out with these so-called country folk for like a live concert. It's so peoply out there, absolutely. All right, so I want to play this here because this is like I want to show you this. This is a video they got from one of these CCT ring cameras here, but this one paid particular attention to this one woman who literally almost, and I'm going to show you probably why she didn't get dead. This whole incident is just so crazy, right? So I want you to watch this here.
Speeding down.
Watch this, right? Here comes the truck's right there, right? There's a little speed bump right there. There's a little tiny, I don't even know if it's really a speed bump, but watch this here. This is so scary. Watch this here.
Blocked. People scrambling.
Pay particular attention to this woman that comes out of nowhere. Watch this.
To get out of the way.
Look at her right there, right? And I'm going to play this a few times because if it wasn't for that little, whatever that is, that little speed bump there, this woman right here would have been a dead duck. Watch this.
Hey.
She literally escaped that by like seconds. I love Boston. Boston is, I lived there, so I literally, the music is amazing. Like I was down there for most of the late 70s music and early 80s stuff. So, yeah. Well, I want to play that again because watch this. She literally escapes this by fractions of a freaking inch. I'll just go here.
The truck slammed.
Watch this here. I want to play that again. It's just so, Jimmy, watch it. Just this one little speed bump right here that kind of just, and they say this guy was like he's probably doing 30, 40, 30 miles an hour. It's really hard to get that much speed. Everybody thinks people are going fast when they're really not. This guy's probably doing like 30, 35. Watch this. Watch this. That little speed bump right there.
To get out of the way.
Or she would have been like, here she comes out of nowhere and running in the street. And watch how she just narrowly avoids being hit here.
Hey.
Wow. She better play the lottery, man. You were born and raised in Massachusetts. I love Massachusetts. I grew up in Winthrop and Revere, and yep. The music scene was just amazing. The music was right there. But did you see that speed bump? Just that one little hiccup there caused this woman to just amazing. Just amazing.
The truck's.
You can actually see her, I think, kind of her jacket kind of get a little bit grazed by the shirt, and this door being open maybe too. But if you watch,
Scrambling to get out.
Here she comes, right? And she's kind of being pushed out to the street by these other people. She's got to go around these other people.
Out of the way.
It's barely just, that's not a lot of closing time there.
The truck
wow.
slamming into a.
I saw that and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, wow. Good for her. But unfortunately, a lot of other people didn't make it. So that's the bad news there. All right, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I've been to Philly too. Philly stinks. Philly's like Providence, Rhode Island. There's just some sort of a stink there. It just, I don't know if it's the smelting that goes on down there. But yeah, I've been to Philly. Philly's, I don't know. I just don't know. But it's one of those things where that woman there was really lucky, like just really. That's why I don't like crowds right there. That's why I don't like crowds, man. And most of those people were pretty much already shit-faced. So, what are you going to do? All right. So, I want to thank everybody for coming in. Sorry about the miscues in the beginning. I think I had my mic off for some reason. But I apologize for that. But I appreciate everybody sticking with it and sticking with me. Thank you so much, Miranda. You're awesome. Thank you for coming in. I hope you feel good. I hope you're good. Thank you very much for the email. Yeah, I don't drink. I haven't drank for 20 years. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you, Southern Gal. You're so amazing. Southern Gal is an amazing content creator. She does fantastic freaking work. Great channel. Heather Brown, thank you so much. JCN, you're awesome. Try to catch you live the next time. Women Doing Chaos, thank you so much for coming in. Women, you're awesome. Like I said, anybody got their own channels, they can throw them in here when they want. Dandelions, thank you so much for everything you're doing here. You're awesome. Paula Fitzhenry, you're awesome. Thank you very much. Mustang 1965, you're great. Thank you for coming in. Lisa Monet's awesome. Thank you so much for all you do too. If you want to wrench, let me know. You don't have to do anything but the wrench. It's just there if you've got channels or if you know people that do. Who else was in here? Jocelyn was in here. Jocelyn's awesome. Jocelyn has a new channel too. Go check that out. I'll try to promote that as much as I possibly can. I'm probably going to forget some people here. I know that check out the new channel from Frankie Rose too. Mama Duck was in here. Ashley Nudo was in here. Thank you for coming in, Ashley. I appreciate it. I know Mino Dino was in here. I know that Necessarily Evil was in here. Necessarily Evil's awesome. He's got a great channel too. Valencia's mom was in here. Thank you, Valencia's mom, for coming in. Thank you very much for the support. I know I'm going to miss people. I hope that Miss Barbara's okay too. Usually she's in here. And Charlotte. I hope Charlotte's doing okay. Charlotte's she's in England, so she's way different time zone than us. Who else was in here? If I forget somebody, I'm sorry. I want to thank people that watched the replay too. Really appreciate all the support. Karen Lee was in here. Karen Lee is awesome. She's amazing, amazing moderator, amazing person. Callie Dime was in here. Thank you, Callie, for coming in. Appreciate it. I think that's all I'm going to be able to do because I can't scroll all the way up here. Miss Persevere was in here. Miss Persevere is amazing. Thank you so much for coming in, Miss Persevere. Always good to have her here. I think she was also another one of my Gail Hurd was in here. I hope she feels better. Gail Hurd. Heather, let us know what goes on with that. And I'll try to cover some of the other cases that got posted in here too earlier. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna play my outro and then get out. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Thank you again, Dandy. See everyone whenever I don't stay up this late normally. Thank you for coming in, Dandy. You're awesome. All right, let me get out of here. Everybody have a great week. Stay safe. Don't die. All right, I'll be shutting up here. Hold on a second. Let me play my outro with sound this time. Cancel that. What am I doing here? All right, we are done. This one here. Take care, guys. Thank you, Southern Gal.